Hi guys, welcome back to Julian's Garden. I hope you have a wonderful day. The weather is not sunny, it's still very cold, so I still have a jumper on. And I did a lot of bare vegetable planting in my front yard yesterday, but today I'm going to plant some quite big amount to my backyard, and I thought maybe I'm gonna show you how I plant my bare-rooted roses. I know it's very confused like few years ago when I was very new to this. I don't know how I plant the bare-rooted rose. Should I bury the grafted union? Should I leave it? Should I not bury it, or how far should I bury it? It's just so confusing me, and some people say should, some people say not. And at the end, I come into the conclusions, and today I want to show you how I planted my bare-rooted roses, and I'm going to divide some of the sedums that I got in the front yard that they are getting quite big, so I think I'm gonna divide into several clumps and I will mix together with the roses. I think they're gonna go very well together with the color and textures. So I'm going to show you what's the roses I got in here. So here are the roses that I'm going to put in this main garden bed. I think I'm going to try to fit how many should I put in? I think 12 roses in the main garden bed here. And I'm going to show you the variety I'm going to put in there. So two variety of red rose, the Madonna rose, very big red like this, and the other one firefighter red as well, and two creamy yellow roses, two types. First one, isn't she lovely? And the other one, diamond jubilee, yellow and creamy as well. And so I think I'm gonna try just do like alternatively, like plant them in mass. But example here, I put a stick to mark where I'm going to put the rose. So example, maybe 3 the red rose in here, and after that 3 the yellow one, and after that 3 the red and 3 the yellow one, and so on. And in the betweens of the roses, I can put some sedums that I'm going to divide, and so that's the plan. So first, I'm going to dig the holes. So because my garden bed is quite raised garden beds, so they got very good drainage. So I'm not worried about the drainage for them, but they love very good drainage. They don't like wet feet. And make sure, because my raised garden bed, it got very loose soil, so I'm not worrying about how to dig the holes like 2 or 3 times because on the root bones, but I just dig a quite reasonable size that they can fit the root of the plant in it, but also I don't want to squash the root of the roses either, so I try to make sure it got reasonable size. And look at it, I got a lot of worm. You see that? A lot of worm in the garden. And because my garden bed is just full of compost, so the rose can be very happy. And when you plant bare-rooted rose, don't fertilize them. Just have to wait until the buds or the leaves coming out, maybe 5 or 10 centimeters. And then you can fertilize them. Otherwise, they're very sensitive. Their roots very sensitive. It's not good idea to fertilize them. But you can add it compost, like homemade compost, or even the compost you buy in bags from your local center, or manure, well-rooted manure, but not put fertilizer in the hole or sprinkling around on the top. So here's a hole I just dug. Let me show you. Quite reasonable size. And now I'm going to get the rose. You can see here I got a little mound like this in the holes, and I'm going to put the root sitting on top of the mound, and I'm going to spread the root out, not tie together like this, and I'm going to backfill it. Okay, here I got the mound here, and then I spread the root around, and then hold into the position and facing, you know, on the plants, they got face as well. So just try to make sure the look that you think that you could like it, facing up to for the front. And now I'm going to backfill, and I just put the soil that I dug up before, I just put back in. Like this. First, so I can time it down, and now I can use my hand. And here more worm. Look at that, I got a lot of worms just wiggling around here. And the soil, I'll show you my soil. Is it? But it's just very crumbly, very nice and loose and moist. You see, I got a lot of, we got so much rain recently. In Canberra, Australia, a few days, it not rain lately, but the soil are not like clogging together or retain too much of moisture. So that is very good, because I don't like my roses got rotten, and I don't like it. So roses love full sun. Make sure you put your roses in the area that got many sun, as much of sun as possible, at least 6 to 8 hours of very direct sunlight. They can be very happy. And they love neutral soil. So normally I would fertilize the rose in early spring, and another time like in autumn, no, late summer, sorry. So I think I will fertilize twice a year as well. Plus I spread some more compost, like to top up some compost for them to retain more moisture. And they give it some more nutrients as well. So here is a close-up I just want to give you. You can see I did not bury the grafted Julian. I leave it maybe 1 centimeter above the ground level. So the branches, the variety of the branches, it just sit on the top of the soil, just kind of like this. And I don't like the idea if I bury it too deep like this. And in the future, example, if the plant send out the rootstock and I can't really see where the base of the grafted area, I don't know where to cut that branches. And if I leave it too shallow like this, and when it's windy, a big storm, and by that time the bush can go very big or tall and very well established, and the on the top is too heavy and just rocking around in the winds, and that is not good idea for the rose bushes. And if I just cover at the base of the grafted area just like this, and make this rose growing very nice and strong. So that is the way I planted my bare-rooted rose. So 1 down, 11 more to go. So here we go. And here is a sedum bush. I'm going to dig it up, and I'm going to divide it into several clumps, so they could have more room to grow into this corner. And I'm thinking I'm going to put maybe another rose bush in here. Okay, let me get the tubing out of the way first. Look at it, it's very big. Okay, I'm going to divide it. Oh. 4? Okay. So basically just use very sharp shovel, step it in. And I think I'm gonna divide this one into two and this one into two as well. So I can have 4 clumps. Okay. Very heavy. Okay, so we have 8 clumps like this. Still very big clump, but I'm gonna just keep it as it is. I think 4 is enough. And I can have so many other baby plants as well. So that is good. That's it. So this one into one more. See? Don't want to cut the tubing. So like it. See, we got a lot of baby plants here. And some of this one, it doesn't have roots, but maybe I can just try to stick it in the soil to see how it's going. And then I'm going to bring it to the backyard and plant them at the backyard. Here is the result. You can see I got all them in the ground, the one that I want. So I got 3, the red one, Mandarin rose, and 3 Asian she lovely. And I planted some sedum in between. And on that side, I have 3 firefighter, 1, 2, 3 there, and 3 diamond jubilee, 1, 2, 3. And so all these varieties, they are hybrid, so they can grow quite big size of rose bush. So I plant them, I spray them 1 meter apart. But I think if I could have more room, I could spray them maybe 1.2 meter apart. But I think they may be fine. Just need a little bit more pruning a little bit if they get too big. But I think they may be fine. And I planted them in between them, the sedum behind that. And so I think they can be beautiful. And this variety, it's because the sedum is called autumn, what is called that? Suddenly forgot the name. Maybe you try to put the name on the screen. Mini joy. Here we go. So mini joy. This variety, I noticed it doesn't go big tone as the autumn joy. And this variety, it got very big bloom. And it's lighter color than the autumn joy. And I really love this variety because very strong. And of course the bees love the flowers. And please don't fertilize your sedum if you grow them in your yard, because if you fertilize this, they can go very leggy and they don't produce enough strong stem to hold the bloom. And they don't need much water either, but I still have water running along with them the drip irrigation, but mostly for the rows. And I just kind of put the drip irrigation pipe a little bit away from the sedum. So I think they own this area. They can do beautifully. Of course, I can show you the update in the future, and I might in the future planted maybe some more kind like annual in between. I'm not so sure. And by the way, I just plant some what is that, snow peas and sugar snap pea in this area as well. Sorry, my shadow. So I can got the early spring crop to eat, and I love snow pea and sugar snap pea, and some color over there as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next video. Bye bye.